Today we're going to be talking about Transformers 1986, the only movie. In regards to the Michael Bay GoBots movies guest starring Optimus Prime, we're not talking about those. Those didn't happen. This is the only Transformers movie. If I refer to the Michael Bay movies at all, they will be referred to as The Abomination. So Transformers 1986 is a 90-minute toy commercial. That is fair to say. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't enjoyable then as now. Granted, my inner child was raped when Optimus Prime was killed. Optimus gets killed in the movie, yes. For those of you who don't know, the movie's 30 years old. Watch it. There's spoilers. It's 30 years old. Why have you not seen this yet? I understand if many of you didn't see it in theaters. After all, the only mention of it was on a toy commercial, which was, 30 seconds long. I didn't see it in the theaters back in the day. I had to wait for it to come out on video. And when I found out there was a Transformers, the movie, I was like, oh my God, Mom, why didn't I know? What do you mean Optimus gets killed? That's ridiculous. Optimus can't die. Optimus died. So basically what they're doing is it's a 90-minute toy commercial pushing out all your old toys and pushing in all the new ones. You have to know, all your old characters get killed right off the bat. Movie starts, credits roll, character's dead. Boom, dead. Prowl gets shot in the chest. His eyes go, orange, and then they turn gray, and then all this fire comes out of his mouth, and he goes, ah! Right? And you're like, oh my God, an Autobot just got murdered. His face melted. And then you get to watch Ratchet, Brawn, and Ironhide get murdered. Just get murdered. Not like in the show when they get shot. Pew, oh, I'm okay. No. Blam! Oh, shit! Ironhide gets killed, crawls up to Megatron and says, fuck you! And Megatron just kills him. It's pretty gut-wrenching. It's like war for real. Looking back, it was pretty scarring as a child. New Autobots. Hot Rod. No one cares about Hot Rod because he's pink. Hot Rod's pink. Moving on. You're introduced to Kup. He's one of your new characters, your new Autobot faces, and he's supposed to be an old-timer. Like Hot Rod shows up and goes, not bad for an old-timer. As a fan, you're like, old-timer? I've never seen this guy in my life. Where the hell has he been for the past 3 years? And he shows up and he transforms for the first time, and I'm pretty sure he transforms into an El Camino. And then shit happened. Autobot City is under attack. And then you meet the rest of the Autobot characters, starting with Ultra Magnus, voiced by Robert Stack, the Unsolved Mysteries guy. Blur, who talks really fast because he's the Micro Machines guy. The Micro Machines guy. I get it. It's a toy commercial. You're trying to sell it. He turns into some sort of car who is annoying. Springer, green, turns into 3 things. Nobody cares. RC is pink and a car and a girl who's sporting the Princess Leia hair buns. Nobody cares about these characters. The Dinobots aren't in the movie enough. We love the Dinobots. They throw down with Devastator right there at the beginning. The real Devastator. The giant green and purple guy? Devastator. Optimus shows up. Him and Megatron fight it out. Optimus dies. It's tragic. He turns gray, dies, and that little scene where the little human boy is crying on Optimus's giant hand, that's my inner child. Prime's death affected all of us, even those of us who didn't know Prime was dead. Now that you know, you're probably torn up about it. It's okay. Don't cut yourself. I fucking took his death personally. This is also where you find out about the Matrix. They just introduced this thing called the Autobot Matrix of Leadership. Not the Matrix Keanu Reeves is in. It's also not the Matrix that was in The Abomination that somehow fit into, what's his name, Sock. I don't understand that. It's their soul, and it contains the knowledge of all the past leaders. It's like the Bible, only it goes in your chest. And it fit in his sock right here. They're giant machines. Here's your soul. See? Oh, it's a good thing he came along with that sock. Oh no! Oh! Is it like their contact, the Cybertronian contact? Here's my Matrix. Oh! We're gonna talk about space dicks. The Decepticons decide to throw out all their old units because they're all screwed up. And Megatron just happens to be one of them. Starscream just kind of walks him over like he's got his throat slashed and goes, oh, well, looks like you're fucked. Oops. Right, and just kind of dumps him out into space and flies away. Space dicks. And then in a surprise democratic move, Starscream goes, I nominate myself. Why are you nominating? You're Decepticons. When does democracy ever come into Decepticon thing? Okay, whatever, plot hole. The rest of the Decepticons, including Megatron, floating through space, and they run into Unicron, the giant world-eating thing that you don't know about yet. You've got Orson Welles being Unicron, and he half-assed the role. He couldn't even tell you the character's name. He said, I'm a toy that eats other toys. So he half-assed the very last role he ever had, because Unicron was his very last role before he died. And Orson Welles tells Megatron, I'm going to turn you into Leonard Nimoy, and you're going to go kill Robert Stack. So Megatron says, fine, make me Leonard Nimoy. So he makes him Leonard Nimoy. Starscream finally accomplishes what he's always set out to be, ruler of the Decepticons. He's got his crown, he's got his coronation. In comes Leonard Nimoy, says, no, fuck this shit. Blows Starscream away. Blows him away. Crown falls to the ground. He steps on it. I don't want. I'm Galvatron. Leonard Nimoy is flipped out and is Galvatron. Galvatron is Unicron's bitch. You meet the Junkions. They're actually part of your new Autobot bases. They're a race called the Junkions because they live on the planet of junk. So I guess space is as polluted as the Earth. Okay, good to know. Right? I don't know why the Junkions are able to fix Ultra Magnus, who got blown to pieces, but the Junkions couldn't fix Optimus Prime, who got like just a little hole inside and just beat up. Well, yeah, and yes, Prime got shot, but I mean, seriously, there was just a hole in his side. Yeah, he took some rounds in the chest, but he didn't have a hole in his chest. Ultra Magnus got blown into pieces, and they smeared some weird toothpaste on him, and he was fine. You're also introduced to some more space dicks called the Quintessons, and their fucked up legal system. That legal system is not cool. Because they say guilty or innocent, and then he spins around to one of his 5 faces and he goes, innocent, and they drop the guy to his death. That's not innocent, that sounds like guilty. So what happens if I'm guilty? Is everybody guilty? Then what's the whole point of the whole thing? Guilty or innocent, we're just doing this because we're dicks. Life told me, watch out for space dicks. You only meet them for a second, they come back, they're really heavy in the later series. In like seasons 3 and 4, they're heavy. The Sharkticons are kind of cool, they turn into, well, Sharkticons, I guess. A lot of people are dicks. There's Unicron, there's all the Decepticons, and now we've got the Quintessons, and there's space dicks. Space dicks. Bumblebee survives for all you Bumblebee fans. No, seriously, Optimus. A couple others make it. Jazz, Cliffjumper, they make it. Wheeljack gets murdered. Overall, the total movie experience made me feel really good. Granted, as a child, like I said, oh my god, what did they do to my characters? It didn't stop me from keeping my old toys, but watching it again, I feel that it was a really, ballsy move. That was ballsy. Wow, you just killed a bunch of beloved characters and said, moving on! Nice. Kudos to you, guys from the 80s. Probably a bunch of Japanese guys. The soundtrack's awesome. We've got Stan Bush doing the touch. We've got NRG. We've got Spectre General. We've got Lion doing a cover of the theme, which is epic. And we've got Vince DiCola doing the rest of the transition music, plus the Unicron medley, which is one of the better pieces of music. There is a Weird Al song, and for the movie, it works. My girlfriend skips it over in the car, fair enough, but when we're watching the movie, no fast forwarding, you sit through the Weird Al-ness. It's a great album to this day. The Abominations got nothing on this soundtrack. Get it. Transformers the movie, 1986. Is totally Blu-ray worthy. If it came in a pack with the other Abominations in it as a giant Blu-ray set, I would buy it and throw that other crap away. Just throw it away. I'm not going to make any money off of it because nobody wants it. I'm Dave. This has been Annie Review. It sounds like I'm reviewing a chick named Annie. This is Annie Review and I'm sticking with it. See you next time. It's not fair to my inner child because my inner child back in 1986 was lied to because of in the year 2005 in the Transformers, they got, the hoverboards. Where's my hoverboard? The little piece of shit Daniel had one and crashed into a rock. Where's my hoverboard? I know it's 2012. You got 3 years Back to the Future. Where's my hoverboard? I don't care if it says Barbie. Transformers isn't racist unless you say the 80s were racist. Yeah, the 80s were racist. Jazz is black, he makes it. Blaster is also black, and he also makes it. So we lost Wheeljack, and Wheeljack was black and got killed. And we didn't even see Wheeljack get killed. It was kind of sad. They just pull out his dead body and you're like, oh, Wheeljack, he didn't even have him out. Going back to the Abomination, he gave us whatever these guys were in the second Abomination. I call them the Inbredicons or the Redneckicons. Because what's wrong with them? Why would they build themselves with fucked up faces and buck teeth? Why would you do that? But I have no words. Why would you do that? It's been said that there's a lot of Star Wars reference to Transformers the movie, and I kind of see what they're talking about, but at the same time, it doesn't really bother me. For instance, everyone's all up in arms about, they have lightsabers. Why do the Transformers have lightsabers? Hell, we're talking episode 2 of Generation 1, first season. Optimus and Megatron's hands turn into energy-based weapons. Why weren't you talking about it then? All of a sudden, Megatron busts out his little, like, nightstick version. It's all like this short. He comes at him, yeah! And everyone's like, lightsaber! So what? Yes, Unicron kind of looks like the Death Star, and RC's sporting Princess Leia's hair. So what? I'm saying they stole the right things. That's right. Stole the right things for marketing. It worked. I bought the toys. You probably bought the toys. We bought the toys. It worked. It was an excellent 90-minute toy commercial from the Reagan era, the era that brought us, well, nothing. Brought us broken promises and awesome 80s movies and cartoons. In conclusion, without the 80s, we wouldn't have Seth MacFarlane. So you're welcome.